So every single product team out there runs into the same exact problem. On one side, you've got your customers, and they're telling you what they think they want. And on the other side, you have your engineers who need to know, in very precise terms, what to actually build. So how on earth do you bridge that gap?
I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you get it wrong, you're looking at wasted time, wasted money, and a product that nobody buys. But if you get it right, well, that's how you create something people truly love.
And no, I don't mean a literal house with a white picket fence. You build them a house of quality. It sounds a little strange, I know, but it is one of the most powerful tools in product development, and we're going to break down exactly how it works piece by piece.
Okay, let's dive right in. Now, I'll be honest, when you first see a full house of quality diagram, it can look like some kind of crazy, intimidating spreadsheet. But trust me, it's really just a super logical, data-driven way to make sure you're making the right decisions.
So its official name is Quality Function Deployment, or QFD for short. And the whole goal here is simple. It's designed to take all that fuzzy voice of the customer stuff, all their wants and needs, and translate it into a concrete, measurable set of instructions that your engineering team can actually execute on. To make this whole thing less abstract, we're going to build a house together for a made-up product. Let's call it the FreshView AI Smart Refrigerator. It's a perfect example because it mixes that classic fundamental engineering with some really cutting-edge tech. All right, so just like any real house, you've got to start with a rock-solid foundation. And for us, that foundation is getting a really deep understanding of what our customer actually wants. Honestly, if you mess this part up, the whole house will fall down. So the first thing we do is list out the customer what's. But here's the crucial part. We have to rate how important each one is. And look at this. Keeps food fresh longer and low energy consumption are both a 5 out of 5. They're total deal breakers. The cool smart features are important, sure, but they are not the absolute top priority. This right here becomes our North Star. Next, you gotta know who you're up against, right? So we rate ourselves and our main competitors on how well we deliver on those customer wants. You can see we're planning to just crush it on the auto inventory feature. But whoa, look at competitor B. They match us on freshness, and they're even quieter. This is a huge insight. It tells us we can't just rely on our fancy features. Our core engineering has to be absolutely top-notch. Okay, foundations poured, it is time to put up the walls. Now, the walls of our house, these are the technical requirements, what we call the engineering house. These are the specific, tangible things the team can actually build, measure, and improve. So, see what we did here? We've swapped out a vague desire like low energy for concrete solutions like a variable speed inverter compressor and vacuum insulation panels. The idea of auto inventory becomes computer vision modules. These are the actual levers our engineers can pull. Now we get to the heart of the house. This is where we connect the customer what's with our engineering house. This central grid, this relationship matrix, is really where the magic happens. It forces the whole team to think critically about how our technical decisions are actually going to impact what the customer cares about. And boom, check this out. This matrix just lays it all out so clearly. Take a look at that inverter compressor. See the solid circle? That means it has a strong positive relationship with both keeps food fresh and low energy, our two top-rated customer wants. That one feature is a heavy hitter. This visually tells us which engineering choices are doing the most work for us. All right, let's head on up to the roof. The roof of the house is where we analyze how all our engineering decisions interact with each other. Do they help each other out, or do they conflict? This is the big reality check. And this is huge. Look at that trade-off column. Our amazing computer vision feature, the one that's supposed to be our big competitive advantage, it actually works against our #1 customer priority of low energy consumption. Those cameras and processors, they need power. This is a massive conflict that the team absolutely has to solve. So, with all the pieces in place, the foundation, the walls, the rooms, and the roof, we can finally see the complete blueprint. We can now take all of this amazing data and calculate what truly matters most for our engineering team to focus on. Now, the math here is actually super simple, but it is so powerful. All you do is take the customer importance score for a particular want, and you multiply it by the strength of the relationship we just mapped out. You do that for every connection, add them all up, and you get a priority score. And here it is. This is that aha moment. The results are just crystal clear.
The inverter compressor and the vacuum insulation panels score a 99 and a 96. They are by far the most critical technical features we need to develop. The data just cuts right through all the noise and opinions and basically screams at the team, get these two things absolutely perfect.
And all of that work, the entire house we just built, it all boils down to this. We're done with vague goals. We now have concrete, measurable targets. We're not just aiming for efficient, we're aiming for an energy efficiency ratio greater than 12.5. We're not just hoping it's quiet, we need it to be under 36 decibels. Success is no longer a matter of opinion, it's defined right here.
So, what does this blueprint really tell us? Well, 3 things. 1. Nail the fundamentals. That compressor and insulation, that's the backbone of this whole product. 2. Our smart features are how we're going to stand out, but our build quality has to be just as good as our toughest competitor. And 3, we have to figure out that energy conflict with the computer vision system. The house has given us our strategy.
You see, by translating what customers want into a data-driven blueprint, the House of Quality helps a team move from just guessing to actually knowing. It makes sure that you focus your time, your money, your resources on the things that will actually make a difference to the customer. So the only question left is, what's the next house you're going to build?